We talking about practice.
This is the hottest sports show that's not a sports show. Let's have a conversation. What up, world? Welcome to Talkin Bout Practice, a sports show that's not just a sports show, but where we sit down and have conversations with compelling people. I'm your host, the almighty Merz, and we're back. I actually pivoted the entire show, so now it will be featuring guests. And for episode 1, season 1, I have somebody here very special to me. My best friend. We've known each other for 20 plus years. He's a father. He's a brother, entrepreneur, owner of Block 16, Kansas City Chiefs super fan, streetwear aficionado. My man, Gustavo, a.k.a. Goose Nunez. Let's make some noise, guys.
My man, thank you. That's a hell of an intro.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good.
That's good, man. I got to make sure, I give you your flowers, bro, because you never know when, it might be over tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. And I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm a big firm believer of that too.
Yeah.
To give your friends their flowers while they're still here.
Exactly. And something that I've noticed we've been doing a lot, like the last several years, is saying I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Especially it's usually for men, it's weird, right?
It's weird, yeah. It makes people feel weird.
Yeah.
I still feel a little weird saying it, but I'd say it either way,
Right.
Yeah.
Which is good because we need more of that type of affection towards our friends, man. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Especially for men, we don't really get, we're not supposed to be soft, right?
Yeah.
We're not supposed to feel those words coming from other men, you know, but we need to start doing it.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying?
It's big for men to express themselves like that and show that affection in a way, I guess.
Yeah, because we do it for women all the time,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's normal.
It's normal, yeah. So, but yeah, man, how you been, dog?
I've been good, man. Yeah, in a bit of a transitional time in my life.
Nice.
In between jobs right now. I'm no longer with Zappos, for the people that know that about me.
Yeah.
I was a big part of my life. I was there for almost 12 years.
Wow.
So
been that long, huh?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Definitely came up from the bottom in that spot, in that job.
Yeah. Elaborate on that, because I know you started when we talk about bottom, we're talking about the bottom.
The bottom. I started off in the facilities team, which, to give you guys a description of my job, I was a bistro worker. So they had a cafeteria in the Zappos headquarters that I, in a way, managed and helped clean and just serve food to people.
Yeah.
And all the employees is pretty much where they hung out and ate their lunches and stuff.
Yeah.
So started off working there for a year, kind of just getting my feet wet with the company and figuring out my place in it, I guess.
100%.
Yeah, and I just started learning about what Zappos even was. I didn't even know really what they did. I knew it was an online retailer, but back then, I didn't really look into that type of stuff and how it operated and any of that.
Yeah.
So for me, getting into facilities, because most people that get into Zappos was through the call center, like for yourself.
Yeah, I started at the call center.
Yep. So a lot of people start through the call center. My path was a little different. It went through the bistro, and then shortly after, they opened up a cafe.
Yeah, I remember that
in the Zappos campus. And then I transferred over to the cafe and I started making coffees for people. And I was like a barista there.
Hell yeah.
Which was another skill set I had to learn. And more people I met people through in merchandising and marketing and finance.
Right.
Everybody gets coffee. So all walks of life go through there.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned about merchandising and what that was. And I met one particular person. I'll even name drop. His name was Galen Hardy. He's the one that kind of got me into.
Oh yeah, I remember Galen.
Yeah, he's the one that got me into merch and got me a internship with the North Face buyer at the time.
Yeah.
Which North Face is a really big brand for Zappos. And that was the only brand that he managed, and I was just assisting him for 6 months, or those 6-month internship. And yeah, I just took that and ran with it.
And you were there for 12 years.
Yeah.
You became like an assistant buyer, and then became a buyer. I don't know what the exact titles, but then you ended up transferring over to like streetwear. And I think they opened up like a streetwear division called Zen, right?
Yeah. So yeah, before I became an actual like buyer, I was assistant buyer for a little while.
Yeah.
And I was buying all kinds of categories. I was buying women's swim for one point. They gave me the streetwear category for a little bit, and I got to manage I'd say like 7 to 8 brands at the time, and I brought on some new brands.
Yeah.
Huff, brands like that, Crooks and Castles back in the day when it was big. But yeah, I just I took that and kind of ran with it, and then they did open up a streetwear division called Zen, and they ended up opening up a brick and mortar in LA. Yeah. That I helped buy for. There was 3 buyers in that team. And yeah, that was a journey in itself. Opening up, it was like another startup within a startup.
100%. And I just remember, because we used to live together. We had a couple apartments in the city, and we used to live together. And I remember we used to come home, and you'd show me your Excel spreadsheets, and it'd be in the red. Yeah, and like, you gotta take over this portfolio. Yeah. And then like 2 months later, you're like, yo, Merz, come, let me show you something. Yeah. And it'd be in the green. So when I'm saying streetwear aficionado, I'm really like, I really should just be fashion, because you also were buying like for women's like like a swimwear too, right?
Yep, swimwear, like just like maxi dresses and cover ups and shit like that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I could never like. I have so much trouble like shopping for my girl when it comes to like clothes, because there's so many different styles, and I don't know what she likes. So I end up just buying stuff that I think I would like. And then just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's usually the biggest mistake buyers make, is like just buying what you like.
Yeah, because it might not sell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you wanna get a good pulse on what the customer wants and what that like demographic is looking for.
Exactly, man. So that's dope, man. It's dope that you're doing that. I know they had to like shut down the streetwear division.
It did, yeah.
And now you're kind of just like, I don't want to say floating, but you're like tapping into your actual like projects that you want to do.
For sure, yeah. Because for the longest while I was there, I couldn't really pursue my side stuff. Yeah. Because of like just legal reasons. Like, right. So the contract that I signed to be in merch, I can't, anything that I would produce myself, they technically owned. So I couldn't really.
And we don't want them owning that shit.
Not at all. So I couldn't put anything out. And even though I did it like on the low. Yeah. I didn't want to put it out like, full fledged. So now that I can, I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah, 100%. And that's super dope, man. Yeah. So good luck on your journey. I know, and we'll talk about it more. I kind of want to get into just like how life's been, man. I know like you're a father. Yep. You have a son and you have one on the way. So kind of tell me what it's like, the transition from being like pretty much, I don't want to say like a single man, but a man without a kid to having a kid. And then like, cause like your journey's been crazy, man. And
man, bro. So shouts out to Lou for sure. Cause he's such a dope kid. But being a dad, transitioning to a dad from where I was before, it's such a big change, because I'm used to just, coming home from work and just dipping out and like, just being out. Yeah. And now you can't really do that. I'm such in a routine that it's hard to break from that. Yeah. And it's not good to, because it's for toddlers, it's just, they're all about routine. So,
what's your routine with Lucci?
Man, every day is pretty much the same. We wake up at the same time around 7:30, 8 o'clock, the latest. Mm-hmm. He has his little breakfast. We read a book or do something, some kind of activity in the morning. Then he'll play for a little bit. We'll get ready for school. He goes to school 2 days a week. Okay. And then when he comes back from school, like it's like clockwork. Every hour of the day is accounted for,
Right.
and you just got to keep them busy because their minds are just they're all over the place, and they're just soaking everything up. So when he comes back from school, it's like another activity while I'm cooking dinner, and then dinner time, then bath time, and then play a little bit, and then maybe a little TV before dinner. Yeah. And then it's, back to bed, and then all over again the next day.
Yeah. And for the people, how old is Lucci?
He's 3. He turns 4 August 8th.
August 8th, man, for sure. And he's such and just kind of put it out there. I'm his godfather. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So shouts to Goose and Nina for allowing me to take on that role, which I'm not the best at it, to be honest with you. I got to come out. I got to come see Lou a little more, But I know he's been tapping into athletics recently. Like he just started doing soccer. Like, what was that experience like?
He just finished up soccer, actually. And it was a little bit of a struggle at first, just to kind of get him out there and kind of build that competitiveness in him, That was a little bit of a struggle. But once he got the hang of it, he started going out there and really kind of giving it his all. He had a couple like little hiccups here and there, but overall it was a pretty good experience. I think it's good to just kind of get him going with like, something with a team sport and just, something that's like, on a schedule. He has games on Saturdays and like you got to bring snacks and like, it's just, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to with kids soccer.
Yeah. I can't wait till I have like a kid and we're tapping into like the sports and stuff like that.
I can't wait till you have a kid either, man.
Yeah. like my girl, we've been talking about it. Like what would be like our favorite thing or my favorite thing when we have a kid. And the first thing I thought of was like going to watch them play sports or do their hobby, whether it's like arts or creative or athletics. Like that's it's being a supporter. You know what I'm saying?
So, being there. Yeah,
exactly. So,
and that's like to me that was what I found kind of difficult when I was going to his games and his practices is kind of just letting them go, not being so like, oh, do this, do that, or like try harder, or kind of just let them have fun, Yeah. That's where I had to learn this season with the first season, because I get a little competitive myself, and I'm like, I know you can run faster than that.
Right.
Like,
I've seen him run.
What are you doing?
Yeah, sometimes I'll be chasing him, and he's gone, bro. And I've seen him like, he's competitive in like in the individual nature, because almost like. He'll love to fight, because I know when I'm at the house, he's already trying to fight me, or like we're playing with a ball and he's like, I'm gonna take it from you. You know what I mean? So I think he's probably would do well in some. I mean, he should try everything. I think kids should venture out and try as much things as they can while they're young.
As much as they can,
yeah, and see what they like, see what they excel in, and then from there you nurture that, right?
Yep.
So I can't wait to see more of that from Lucci. Just to show y'all how much of a godfather I am. I only came to one practice, but I was gone for almost every weekend during the season, and then actually took Goose with me for the last game. So I apologize, but we were in Miami celebrating my graduation and partying. He was cooking. my man's a cook, man.
I was cooking the whole weekend.
I know you cook for the family. Like every time you text us, like pictures of food that you made. So Lucci and Nina, man, they're lucky, bro, because they get food.
At least 5 days a week, man, I'm cooking. Yeah,
that's fire, bro.
Yeah, man, and I really pay attention to like the ingredients I use, like where it's coming from, the stuff that I'm putting in the food, because that stuff's so major, man. Like we just like me and Nina were talking the other day. Like we're big on like eliminating everything that's like has like red 40, that blue 20, that yellow shit, like yellow 20 shit. Like
shit I love.
The shit that's banned in other countries that's allowed in this country. Yeah. That's the stuff you shouldn't be ingesting. So we cut that out of all of our diet.
And not just for y'all, but for your son as well.
Exactly. And that's the main reason,
Yeah, Lucci eats very good, and he enjoys the food that he eats. Like I don't think I've ever seen him eat like McDonald's.
He's had it one time on accident.
Yeah, and I think I've actually came over for lunch, and we brought over like chicken and fries, and I remember I gave Lucci a fry, and he just didn't really look too interested in it. Not even the chicken.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. it's really is based on what the parents do. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you set the standard. You know,
Yeah.
If you're giving your kid McDonald's and Burger King every day, that's what they're gonna want.
Yeah.
You know, but if you give them healthy food every day, that they're not gonna know any other thing.
That's true.
So
That's true. I grew up, all I knew was McDonald's.
I mean, for me,
And
McDonald's
adobo.
was like Disneyland. Like
No, true. Like, cause I remember my mom's when she first introduced me to McDonald's. It was so fire to me, and I loved it.
So good.
She had to turn it into like, yo, you have to be good for a whole week, and maybe we
Yeah.
can get you a Happy Meal on Friday.
yeah, it's like
maybe.
you gotta earn it.
Yeah, you got to earn that shit. So,
Yeah.
but man, now I'm like the McDonald's connoisseur, bro. Like I cannot. Actually, I haven't had McDonald's
been a minute.
in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Several months. I think the last time I had it was in February during like it was during Lent. It was Friday, and I needed to grab something real quick. I was like running around, and I just got like a fish fillet.
A fish fillet, dog.
That fish fillet. But besides that, I haven't touched the meal that I get in like since the new year.
That's good, man.
So I'm trying to keep it going, but
Yeah.
every time I see them golden arches, bro, my blood starts fucking turning yellow.
Bro, there's something in that shit that's just like addicting, you know?
It is, man. This shit got crack in it, bro. But shit, like you got another one coming on the way,
Another
right?
one, another
Yeah.
boy, another baby boy, Marcelo, coming
Fire.
soon, the next 3 weeks.
That's crazy. How
Yeah.
you feel, man? You ready?
Yeah, man, as ready as I can be.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I'm trying not to get too excited.
Yeah.
But you know, also not to get too worried.
Right.
So just kind of taking it day by day, and then yeah, when he comes, it's game time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exciting, man. I know
Yeah.
Lucci is gonna be so excited to have a
Yeah.
brother. I don't think he realizes what that means yet.
A little bit.
Like I know he knows he has a
Yeah.
brother in the stomach, but I think once
Yeah.
Marcelo was born,
Mhm.
I think that's when it's gonna hit him. Like, oh shit, it's like another human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other day he was kind of touching Nina's belly, and like he
Yeah.
kicked, and like the reaction that he got from feeling a kick was,
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
yeah. What? How did he react?
He's just like oh my god, like, like
That's so fire,
it was a
though,
kick,
man.
you know, like it was
Yeah.
just cool. It was like a genuine like surprise, like
Yeah.
oh shit.
That's super fire, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to have another kid on the way. You know, just because I know you're like a great father, you know.
man.
And we were talking earlier before that we got into the studio that no matter what, like we're gonna give our kids a privileged life.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're gonna live well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
If we
but-
got it, they got it.
Right.
Yeah.
But like we didn't really come up like that usually, you know what I'm saying? Like I know you didn't come up like that for sure, man. Like I don't know if you want to get into that, but I know you're for those people that don't know, Goose is Mexican. He's Hispanic, and he wasn't born in the States like I was. I wasn't born in the States either. So we're both immigrants essentially. Do you want to get into like your come up, like how you grew up and stuff like that?
Yeah. See, where do I start?
I know it's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was born in Delicias, Chihuahua. That's where I was born. Moved to the States illegally when I was 2 years old.
Fire.
Yeah, my mom told me the story about how they smuggled me into the country. Actually, they, you know, like in like vans, how they have that compartment that like the door or the floor opens up.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you can like stuff things down there.
Yeah, like the bang bus joint.
I was in there. Yeah, like the bang bus. I was under the floor in the bang bus.
Yeah.
That's how I came into the country. And
That's wild, man.
yeah, and for some odd reason we settled in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing now that I'm, you know, older, I realize that the reason why my family settled there was because of it's a big factory city. Like there's so many factories
shit.
there.
Okay.
And they obviously, you know, let immigrants work in there, and not all of them have papers. So it was just like a safe city for immigrants to migrate to and work on the low.
Right.
And that's kind of what my mom and her family was doing. My uncles and my aunts, they're all working in factories out there. This one specific factory called Dixon, I remember this because my mom would always come home smelling like onions and like lettuce and like shit, because it was a factory that produced the produce for like the McDonald's of the world and Burger King and like shit like that, all packaged up. So that's what,
Dang, the processed vegetables.
exactly.
Holy shit.
So my mom was kind of like the line worker for that factory. So that's how we came into the country. And then yeah, I never went back until literally like this last November.
Oh yeah, you went for the Chiefs game, right?
No. To back to Mexico.
Oh, back to Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, when we went.
Yeah, that was the last time I've been since I've been born there.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you'd been there before.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, shouts to Noel for having a wedding in Mexico.
Yeah. That brought me back to the homeland.
Yeah, that's fire. Man, I don't know if you want to get into this, but I think it's a great story. Like, I know Lucci is blessed to have both his parents. But for your case growing up, it probably wasn't the same for Lucci.
Yeah, for me, my childhood was very different. I grew up raised by my mom and my grandma for a while.
Yeah.
Until like I was around 5-ish, and then that's when my mom ended up remarrying to another man, my brother's dad.
Okay.
And yeah, and then he, at first it was cool. He was cool.
Right.
He was like, just chill, fun, happy. And then when my brother was born, things kind of changed. Like the dynamic kind of changed in our family, and he became very, for lack of better terms, like just abusive,
Right.
like, physically, mentally, all of that.
Right.
To all of us.
Just not a good dude.
The whole family, just not a good dude at all.
Yeah.
And to the whole family, that's kind of how he was. And so living in that environment, growing up till I was around probably 13, 14 when I moved out here in Vegas.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when it's like stopped and they separated. But yeah, for that amount of time, I was living under a very stressful condition. Like just,
Wow.
Yeah, just not wanting to go home after school. Just always stressed about what the next day is gonna bring.
Yeah.
And not feeling comfortable in my own home. And that's how I grew up. And I'm so glad that I'm not giving that to my son.
Yeah.
That's the change that I'm trying to make, the cycle that I'm trying to break, moving forward. Because that's just, no kid should live like that.
Definitely not, man. Let's fucking drink to that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Let's drink to that. We gotta load yours up in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm over here guzzling mine.
My man is enjoying it. Actually, I kind of want to stay on the topic, but I like to ask my guests what they want to drink for the evening. And Goose decided that we're gonna drink La Gritona.
La Gritona.
It's reposado tequila from Jalisco, Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna let you take the wheel on this if you want to explain to them, because the story about this bottle right here is pretty amazing. And I'll pour you up.
So the story behind this tequila, it's a women operated company. All women created this tequila from Jalisco, and I think they said that there's no like additives or anything crazy in it. It's all just pure agave, aged in barrels for like 8 months or something like that.
Right.
Each glass is like handmade, like miles from where they make the tequila. So everything is really, really homegrown from wherever they're at. Really cool story.
Yeah, I seen that picture you sent me of
All the
like
women.
all the women. Is it they just hire women to work?
Yeah. It's
That's
just
so
like
fire.
It's a women operated, business. It's really cool. And I guess you're the one that told me that Jalisco is actually where tequila was originated, right?
Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Jalisco is where tequila, where they created it, where they found out how to create it from the agave plant.
Dope.
There's some limes in here in the pug cup. If you want to add more limes to your
That's
drink,
good, man. Smooth.
It is actually a really good drink. I like it a lot. It's really good, actually. I can see why you've been drinking. Like, I'm already kind of feeling good right now.
Yeah, it gets you buzzed. And what's nice about the soda and lime is just like no calories, really.
100%.
And
then we also
sugar.
got a beer. We got
Oh yeah.
Cusqueña. I don't know how to say it, but it's cerveza from Mexico, I believe.
Cusqueña.
Yeah, I saw this at Total Wine when I picked up the bottle. I like to try some different shit every time. You know what I mean? Did you want to try it?
Yeah, you got a little.
Here, let me get it. Here. Get a cold one, man.
All right.
We're gonna use that. That's gonna be the get that. Put this
Damn.
here.
Sucks I got to use this Niners opener, but
It's all good. It's all good. Actually, if you see a Hamburglar over there, you can use that coaster. You just take it from underneath him. If not, actually, it don't even matter. I'll clean the table.
Y'all just keep it right here.
I'll clean the table. But I wanna jump back into your upbringing. So I know like your stepfather wasn't the greatest man towards you and your family.
Yeah.
What about your real father? Your birth father?
So my real father, I've only seen him a handful of times in my life.
Yeah.
The last time being in junior year of high school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't really have a relationship with him outside of just like him randomly reaching out through my mom and like setting things up. Like I saw him once in 4th grade and then once in like 11th grade. And that was it. That was kind of it. And then he would write me on like, he would find me on Facebook and shit like that. And he would write me and I would just kind of ignore his messages. I just didn't feel like talking to him.
Right.
Until recently, I actually like reached out to him and like wrote him this long thing about how I was feeling about stuff. And now that I have a kid, like everything resurfaces when you have a kid. You're just like, fuck. Like you start thinking about your childhood and how you came up and like what you missed out on and what you didn't, you know, what kind of feelings you had back then. So all that stuff kind of resurfaces. So I reached out to him and I kind of put that out into the world to him. And it turns out that his daughter that he had with someone else reached out to me and was like, yeah, and she's
like half sister.
Yeah, my half sister. So she was like, and she's a singer, and which is pretty
dope.
cool. Yeah, and she reached out and told me, unfortunately, that he's in jail. So so that that's why he's not writing back and stuff like that. So so my relationship with him is just really there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there ever will be, to be honest. But we'll see. I just think like I in a way I kind of did my part just putting it out there, and we'll see if he gets out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about how he got in there, or you want to keep that off air?
Yeah, we'll keep that off.
Keep that off air. Yeah. Keep that little. Just know, man, he gets down.
Yeah. I'll just say that it's
for the safety of everybody involved.
Yeah, for the safety of everybody involved. He did things in Mexico and got caught in Texas. That's the only thing that.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. That's dope, man. And it's what I really like about your upbringing and seeing how you take care of your son and soon to be sons. It's completely different, and I feel like someone like you. Usually, when people are go through like an abusive upbringing, they become an abuser themselves.
Yep.
And you're just complete opposite. Because I remember you telling me some of the stories of what was done to you and all those things, and what you had to go through. And it's like you said, no child should have to go through that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't even fathom like doing that type of stuff to my kid. It's just like I look at him and I'm like, how?
Yeah, like how we gonna do this, man?
How do you do this to someone like this small, and this cute, So I really don't understand how that, those dudes did that, to anyone or anybody that does that. How they do that is beyond me. Like I don't know how they tap into that evil.
Yeah, 100%, man.
But it's terrible, and I feel like my part as a father is changing that. Like if it's done to me, why would I pass that on? That doesn't make zero sense to me.
Right.
No, so, and I operate very logically in life, so that's just not logical to me.
It's just wrong.
It's wrong.
It's just wrong. There's no way. There's no good.
Yeah.
Doing for somebody. Well, on a silver lining tip, it actually helped you become who you are.
In a way, in a way it did. And what I also kind of look into is like, it's not even just like the abuse part, but like just the overall vibes of the house. Like if when he was upset, it's like the whole house can feel it. You know, so it's just like that you got to try to check too. Yeah, you got to check yourself on the kind of vibes you're bringing to your space.
100%,
especially where you live. And no kid should feel like they don't want to come home. Like that's just like a terrible feeling.
That's where would you go after school?
So I would lie. I would just be like, I'm doing things at school, like coming up with like, after school activities.
Right.
But really I would just go to my friend's house, and
That's
he
crazy.
lived right down the street from us. So I would be able to keep an eye on our house.
Mm-hmm.
And once I saw that my mom was home, all right, then that's when I would go home,
Right.
Because when my mom was around, he didn't do shit, So
He didn't want to mess that up.
he didn't want to mess that up. So, I mean, he was smart in a way.
I don't know. It just sucks to hear those types of things happen to people because, like, you're so innocent when you're a child.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, like some kids don't, whatever you put in front of them, that's all they know.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he put so much negative in front of you. For a kid, you might think, if this is life, I hate it.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some really dark thoughts as a kid.
Yeah, I bet, man.
And I'll even share them because, like, to me, I'm an open book because of the fact that, like, I went through that stuff and I held it in for so long, and I was so angry for so long.
Yeah.
It's like I learned that, like, keeping it in does nothing for you.
Yeah.
Like, just let that shit out. And then at the end of the day, it's just stories. So yeah, when I was little, I would think of the wildest things. Like, even after like he would do things to me or whatever, I would think about like hurting him as a kid. And it's like, a kid shouldn't be thinking that type of stuff, and navigating through those thoughts of like, hurting someone or hurting themselves or like shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like, that's sad.
Super sad.
But the fact that I was able to see that in myself and not do those things, it shows a lot to me. Like, where like, my cognitive thinking is like above any of the abuse that was happening to me.
And that's fire, and shouts to you for that, because a lot of kids can't do that. So they do.
I mean, you see it nowadays where kids
Kill
get
themselves.
bullied
They
and
bully.
they go shoot up a whole school.
Shoot the whole school, or they kill themselves.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Or
it's
both.
Or
So
both.
it's like,
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. So shouts to you, man. Your upbringing definitely created you to who you are. Great father, great person, definitely. So shouts to you, man. I kind of want to get into the segment before we talk about like your passions and your projects.
Yeah.
So this is we call it pick one or take one. So I'm gonna give you two choices, okay? And you either got to choose it, and you can explain why. You don't have to, but you could choose it, or you can take a shot.
Okay.
Okay. But before you do that, I'm gonna pop a beer real quick.
Do it.
That shit looks good while you're drinking that shit, man.
Yeah, it's actually pretty smooth. I really like Mexican lagers.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm like a cerveza type of dude, man.
Mm-hmm. Like IPAs and all that, they're cool, but there's nothing like a
Oh yeah, this is
nice
fire.
Mexican lager, man.
Cusqueña. I'll tag it in the description for you guys if you want to try it, as well as the La Gritona.
Yeah, that's fire. I don't know what that guy at Total Wine was talking about.
Yeah, he was saying it was a TikTok trend and all this, and it just sounded like he was hating. And I'm like, I'm not buying this for TikTok. I'm buying this because my boy wants it and he likes the story behind it. Then when he said that, he's like, yeah, there's marketing. And I'm like, my boy's not going to get caught up in marketing unless he sees McDonald's on TV and we're drunk, right? So, like, and then when you told me about it, I was like, yeah, this dude's hating.
Yeah, like the story behind it is amazing.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start with the first one, okay? And we'll touch on all subjects, okay?
Do it.
All right. Allen Iverson or Steph Curry?
Oh man, you already know my answer here.
Yeah.
It's the king.
The king, man.
AI, dog, all day.
Yeah. I had to put that on there because I remember we were in New York City and we were walking around looking for weed. I think we spent the whole day looking for weed. The weed was so trash in New York.
So trash.
And we ended up playing ball somewhere in like downtown, like Manhattan somewhere.
That's so funny.
With some kids. And like some teenage kids, and we were hooping. We were dressed up like this, like pants and all that, and they were ready to ball, but we were hooping. And at the end, we had like a crazy conversation about Allen Iverson, pound for pound, being one of the best basketball players in the NBA.
Yeah.
And like half of the kids agreed with me and Goose, and the other kids were arguing, and we had a huge discussion. And I remember they were like, they fucked with us after that.
Yeah.
They're like, man, we fuck with y'all. We off in it. And then we were like, we're from Vegas. And they thought we were aliens.
Yeah, for real.
Like, Vegas, what y'all doing here? Like, we're visiting New York. And apparently, we were in the hood, apparently, in Manhattan. I didn't know that. But we asked them, like, yo, where can we get some weed?
Yep.
So they took us back to the projects. And I remember I felt a little bit uneasy because I was like, oh, we don't know these cats. Like, you know, they could rob us right now and all that. But, you know, I trusted the process. And I still had wheels. I know you still had wheels back then. So if anything popped off, we were gone, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as we walked into the project, we got through. Some kids ran up to us because there was a bunch of like police activity. And they said that some kids just beat up an old man.
Yeah, some kids just jumped on an old man.
Jumped on an old man because he was being disrespectful to somebody. So they beat up this old man enough to where they had to call the ambulance.
Yep.
So I remember, but it was so cool because they're like, yo, stay here. So they walked into the building, took the elevator up.
Yep.
They didn't want us to come with them because, you know, we didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And we were just chilling with them, and they came back, and they gave us probably the best weed that we've had in New York.
In New York, yeah. And
Some
Jersey.
perp.
Yep, yeah. And it was solid.
Yeah. So shouts to them kids, man. I don't know. You guys are probably grown.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, so
that was fun.
It was fun, man. It was fun. And shouts to AI because AI was the reason.
Yeah. AI to me, he's one of my favorite athletes of all time.
Me too.
Like literally, he changed a lot in the short amount of time that he was playing, and he didn't really accomplish much. But like his how do I say it?
He changed the game though.
Yeah, like his
style,
his impression on the game is huge. Like just style, like how everybody's getting tats, the chains,
the braids,
the way he played, the crossover. Like there's just so much about AI that he was little, you know. So yeah, I loved AI.
I was the Asian AI at school, bro. Like I had the braids.
Yeah.
I got tatted up. You know, I wore the sleeve. I wore the finger sleeve. I was crossing up. You know, went to the rack a lot. Fell.
Yep.
But that was about it. That's as far as.
Yeah, you're actually very notorious about going to the rock and falling.
Yeah, that was my game.
Yeah,
get the and one.
You get up there though. You get up there. You had some bunnies.
Yeah, I don't got these calves for nothing, bro.
Yeah, you had some bunnies for sure.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next one. You're from Kansas City. So you know we're gonna talk about the Jayhawks here real quick.
Okay.
Paul Pierce or Mario Chalmers?
Damn. Normally I would say Paul Pierce because initially that was my guy, but then he just started acting a fool, and so I have to go Mario Chalmers here.
You gotta go Mario because Mario hit the game winner for the NCAA championship.
Yeah, he did, and I don't fuck with Paul Pierce no more.
Well, Paul Pierce also brought a championship in the NBA. Won in the NBA.
Yeah, and I was a big fan of him, but like once he got to the NBA and like started doing some weird shit and like the stuff that he did out in LA when he got stabbed, it was like I don't really like this guy no more.
And then like that rumor where he got injured from like a cheap foul or something, and he took the wheelchair out, and people were saying that he actually had to go doo-doo or something like that.
He started, and then he just started like hating on Kobe for no reason. It's like, nah, man, I can't fuck with Paul Pierce anymore. So I had to go with Mario Chalmers there.
Got you. All right, Jerry Rice or Randy Moss?
That's an easy one for me, even though it's a surprise. But Randy Moss. Okay. Yeah, Randy Moss is my guy. I know Jerry Rice is your dude. Yeah. But Randy Moss is my dude. I just really fucked with the way he his style of play. And and his like obviously his style, like he just was different.
Yeah. He's from like I think like correct me if I'm wrong, I think Bell, West Virginia or something like that.
Something like that.
A really deep country ass accent, and he talks hella shit, which is actually fire.
Yeah.
Have you heard like some of the videos? Seen the videos of him talking shit on the sidelines? Or in game? Yeah. When they mic him up, it's interesting.
Yeah. No, he's a entertaining guy. Yeah. And he's just like super talented. Yeah. Mossing people like getting mossed was a thing, you
It
know?
was.
So, yeah, that's my guy right there.
Yeah. Even though I think Jerry Rice had more of an illustrious
sure.
career than Randy
100%.
Moss, we can't deny that Randy Moss was, if not one of the best wide receiver.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, Jerry Rice is up there,
Yeah,
though.
I still think, I think Jerry Rice, in my opinion, Jerry Rice is, you know, the best receiver out there.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there are plenty of wide receivers nowadays, but man, there was no one doing it like Jerry. Jerry Rice did those long strides, and
you know what player kind of reminds me of Jerry Rice? Oh, not Jerry Rice. Randy Moss a little bit.
Who?
Devontae Adams.
He do.
Because the way he calls for the ball reminds me of Moss. Like he'll run and he just be like, throw it up, like throw me the ball.
Because you know he's gonna catch it.
He just knows before he even passes a defender, he knows he's gonna beat him, and then he knows he's gonna catch it. So he just calls for it. And I think that's a fire move to call for a ball like that.
Yeah, and even though Devontae plays for the Raiders, which I can't stand that team. I know you can't stand them. That's a division rival for y'all. You cannot deny greatness.
Yeah.
And Devontae Adams, in my opinion, is right now is the greatest wide receiver actively playing. Yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah, he's up there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I put him with the top 3 for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. We'll see what the new situation is with Jimmy G in there. Yeah. We'll see how it's going to work out for him. Jimmy might be able to get him the ball, though.
He might.
Might be able to get him the ball. We'll see, man. I don't know, man. The hair looking nice.
He's always looking good.
He always looks good, man. So, we'll see. All right, here we go. Nas or Jay-Z?
Nas or Jay-Z? Fuck.
I don't even think we've ever had this conversation before.
I don't think we have either.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a tough one. I love both. But if I were to pick one, I would go Nas.
You'd go with Nas?
I would go with Nas. I wouldn't say he's the better rapper.
Okay.
I would say he's my favorite out of the two.
And reasons for?
And reasons for is I just like his style. His real, like, just cool, calm, collective style. Illmatic is just like...
Yeah, it's a great album, man.
It's just crazy good.
Yeah,
man.
we might have to listen to that shit.
I mean, Jay-Z has a lot of good albums too, but I don't know. There's something about Nas that I just think I align with myself more than I do with Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like a little more of a, I don't know, just smooth, like conscious type of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I can dig that. I've said it once, and I'm never gonna say it again, but I'm gonna say it on the pod because I'm a huge Nas fan. Huge Nas fan, but I do have to admit that Jay-Z is a lot more keen with the lyrics, even though Nas is a very lyrical rapper. Yeah. But Jay-Z's double entendres, triple entendres, the way he strings it together, is amazing. Yeah. But Nas's storytelling is top tier.
Yeah. But if I were to say, like, all right, pick out of the two the best businessman, that's still a little hard because Nas is really good too. Yeah. But I would say Jay there because just like, just on a whole nother level business wise. True. But Nas is no slouch either, man. Yeah. That dude's caking too.
And Nas is a Hennessy man. Yeah. And I'm a Hennessy man. Now I'm back into the Hennessy world.
I'm strictly tequila now.
I got you.
But
it's funny because I stopped drinking cognac for a little bit. Well, for a while, I was doing whiskey. Mm-hmm. And when I met my girl, she was drinking Hennessy, and she got me back on it. And then now that I started listening to my music, for the new listeners, I used to write music. I used to rap back in the day. Yep. All I used to talk about was cognac and Hennessy. Yep. That's it. And it takes me back. Like, damn, that's all I used to drink.
For real.
So that's a good one, man. All right, here's a might be tough for you. I don't know, it's tough for me, but Biggie or Big L?
Damn, I'm gonna have to go with Biggie on this one. I love Big L, but Biggie just had those records, dude. He had some really good records, man.
He did.
They had the classics, man. The Ready to Die album is just amazing.
Great, man.
Way ahead of his time. And just like the way he came up, like battling on the streets, next to the little shop that he was at, like that was big. And Big L was big too, but I have to go with Biggie on that one.
I like Big L, man.
Yeah.
Well, to me, so ironic, keep saying big. I'm a big L fan. His I love lyricists and the way he strings it together. It's very street, very lyrical, and very poetic, but also very smart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sounds very educated.
Yeah.
And it's sad that both were gone so soon. But I think if both were still alive, I think Big L probably would have had like a career like Nas. I think Biggie probably would have had a career like Hove. I think Biggie probably could have been a lot more marketable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but Big L was definitely one of them dudes, man, that could spit.
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, both can. They both can go off the top crazy.
Yeah, they both were super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Biggie was a little more on like the ruthless side.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what I gravitate towards is like that.
Yeah.
That shit that makes you like, ooh, like that was kind of dirty, you know?
True. Yeah. I mean, he didn't give a fuck.
But Big L had a couple liners like that too, though.
Yeah, but I think Biggie went further.
I know he did. He definitely did. There's this one line that Big L said that I'll always remember because it's such a fire diss. When he said that your mother should have swallowed you.
Oh yeah, you was never shit.
Yeah.
Your mother should have swallowed you.
That was like the most fire fucking line, bro.
That shit's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a diss I should pull out when I'm having like road
that
rage.
is crazy. That is to the fucking core diss. Like your mother should have swallowed you.
You was never shit.
You was never shit.
All right, here we go. Erykah Badu or Lauryn Hill?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, they're kind of different but the same. They both can spit. They both can sing. Erykah is more of a singer. Erykah's more of a singer, and Lauryn is more of a rapper. But like I said, both can sing, both can write, both could rap.
That's a tough one.
You could
I would go.
man.
I would go with the. I've been drinking. I would go with the. I'm gonna go Erykah Badu.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Erykah Badu. I like both their music, but I think Erykah Badu carries herself a little better.
Yeah.
Especially on social. Obviously, she's way active on there.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I really enjoy that she's kind of going with the times and
she's a lot more creative too.
A lot more creative.
Yeah.
Just a lot there's just a lot to Erykah Badu, and I don't really know much about Lauryn Hill outside of.
She kind of just like after Miseducation, that was it, you know.
Yeah.
And that was a great album. That's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Definitely top 10. That's up there.
It's up there. And what I love about Erykah, like I was saying, her creative side is she's very soulful.
Yeah.
She can find a way to sing about a topic that can be so dark, but it sounds so like light.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love Window Seat, the joint, the music video she did with Cootie and Cheek.
Man.
Amazing.
You already know why I like that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, like also...
No, it's also a really good song.
And it's genius how they strung it into like the JFK assassination.
That's right. Yeah. That was fire.
Yeah, so it's a good one. I would have picked, I was going to pick Badu as well.
Okay.
All right. Nipsey Hussle or Mac Miller? R.I.P. to both of them.
Dang. Eesh. That's a tough one. I'll have to go with Nip though.
Yeah, go with Nip.
Yeah, I gotta go with Nip on that one. Love Mac Miller, but Nip, he I don't know. There's something about Nip that I actually cried when he died, man. Like,
yeah,
I legit cried when he died. Like, yeah, I was real sad.
Do you remember what you were doing when you found out the news?
Yeah, I think I was working.
Okay.
And then I remember watching the stream of his funeral.
Yeah, that's when I started crying.
Bawling, dog. I was for real crying. And it was mostly because I was like seeing like his family go up there and talk, like his brother and Lauren and everybody. When Mac Miller died, that was sad too though.
I was crying at the tribute show about Mac Miller. I think I cried for both of those rappers, bro.
Yeah, I didn't cry for Mac. I was definitely sad, but I didn't cry for Mac. But yeah, Nip really hit me. And his music is just so powerful.
I think you can relate more to Nip because he's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I think there's more relatability to that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I remember when I found out about Nip, I just got finished coaching a championship game in which we won. I believe, I don't want to say it was my first, but I think it was one of my first like big tournament wins. And we just got done taking the group photo. And I looked at my phone and all I saw was Nipsey passed. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then, you know, we went through the days leading up to the funeral. And then when the funeral happened, I think, I remember texting Bob Fish. He showed me he was there. He would show me pictures, I believe, yeah. He was in one of the streets where they drove by. And I remember going to the Marathon store
I remember
just
that.
to pay tributes when I went to California. I was like, I might as well pull up, So, but me and my cousins, we wanted to go to the Mac Miller tribute show. We were going to do a little suicide trip. And then, but it didn't pan out. So we watched the stream. And I just remember, like, for me, when I started crying for Nip, when they started playing the band, that's 1500 Nothing was playing one of his songs when they started the funeral procession.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, fuck.
I think it was that, right hand to God or something like that they played.
Something like that. I can't remember 100%.
Yeah, no, they held it at the Staples Center, right?
bro.
Like the whole thing was full.
Yeah, like that's huge for someone who wasn't even like an A-lister.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Shouts to both of them, man, for real.
For real.
Let's see. We're gonna keep it moving a little bit. Good Kid, Mad City, or Damn?
Good Kid.
Good Kid?
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. That shit changed the game, man.
Yeah.
The way that like that album was sequenced and just everything about it was just like ahead of its time.
Yeah. It was like
the storytelling was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
The skits were crazy.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah. Really good album.
Ronnie Fag or Virgil or Blow?
That's a good one.
I mean, both were...
Damn, both are fucking fire.
Both geniuses when it comes to...
Seriously, and Rodney's still killing.
I'm pretty sure Virgil still would have...
R.I.P. Virgil. Yeah. Fuck, that's a tough one.
You can drink to it, man.
Nah, I don't want to drink to it. I'm trying not to drink to any of your questions.
You're going to eventually.
I'm gonna go with Virgil.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Virgil. I really don't even know why. I think just because I don't know. I really like what he did with the time that he was on this earth.
Yeah.
You know?
And he tapped in with, I think for me, one of the biggest things is as a black man tapping in with Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, that's huge.
Is, you know, when that's something that probably would have never happened.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Virgil, right? And
Agreed.
I could be wrong. It probably could have been another designer out there, but they really put a lot of trust into him.
100%.
Yeah.
And he just left so many keys for everybody, man.
He did.
Like so many lessons, and like you can literally like just look all his shit up and build yourself a brand out of all the keys that he left.
100%.
Yeah, he was way ahead of his time and just like an overall talented person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P., man.
R.I.P., man.
Yeah. Sorry for bringing up all these dope people that have left us, but
Oh, good.
You know what I mean?
Still legends.
Right. For some people, this might be easy, but I'm going to see if I can stump you. Patrice O'Neal or Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, that's a really tough one.
For you, I know for sure.
That's a tough one. Fuck, I would have to go Patrice O'Neal, though.
Ooh, yeah. I bet you a lot of people going to be like, what?
I love Dave Chappelle, but Patrice O'Neal was the motherfucking guy, dude. Like, before anyone was like the guy, he was the guy. Yeah, shouts out to Elephant in the Room, man. One of the best stand-up comedy sets of all time.
Is that something we could see that on Netflix, or we got to go to YouTube?
I think it's on both. I'm gonna say YouTube though, because I'm not sure if it's on Netflix anymore. After he passed, R.I.P.
See,
but man, Dave Chappelle though.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Fuck,
he's great at what he does.
He's
bro.
Still killing.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure Patrice would have been still killing as well.
Yeah, for sure. You have so much material to work with.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is a good fucking bottle, bro.
Yeah, bro.
This is good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't switch it up to the El Padrino.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck that. We try that next.
I'm down to try it.
Yeah, we try it next.
Yeah.
I got to get you on some. I don't know if you ever had añejo tequila. It's
I have,
you have blanco, reposado, and añejo. It's aged more.
I think we had it in Mexico when we were out there.
Probably.
Me and Marcus.
Probably, for sure.
Yeah.
But next time you're here, man, we'll get another bottle.
Yeah.
And we'll fuck with that for sure.
Hell yeah.
Denzel or Will Smith?
Dang, both classic. Both I love. I'll go with Denzel here.
There you go. I like Denzel more too.
I go with Denzel here.
Will Smith is dope, but I connect more with Denzel in the way he acts, man. He really brings me into
Denzel's dope, man. He's classic, man.
Yeah. Both have taken great roles though.
Yeah.
Right?
The one thing I do like, if I were to pick Will Smith, it would be because of Fresh Prince, though.
Yeah.
That'd be the only reason why.
The best
show.
TV show ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit made me cry too, shit.
Yeah, me too, man. Plenty times, man. Plenty times. Movies or books?
Movies or books? Fuck. I love both.
I know my man reads books like all the time.
I'm reading one right now.
Yeah.
I would go books. Books are always better than the movies. Whenever there's like a movie based on the book, books always better. So I'm gonna have to go with books.
Yeah. For me, I have to go with movies because I just don't have the time to read anymore.
Yeah.
I wish I could though, man. Because I
hey, I always say this: you have time to shit, you have time to read.
Yeah. I know you tell me that all the time. But you know, I got the bad habit of pulling out TikTok when I'm taking a shit. Shit talk, man. I should probably just call that
shit talk.
Blunts or joints?
Joints now.
Joints
now.
But every now and then you will occasionally have a good blunt.
I haven't had a blunt in like a year.
Nah, we just had one with tea.
No, you're right.
Just had one with
anytime tea rolls up, we smoke a blunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, me personally, I haven't rolled a blunt in like over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll have to pick joints over blunts because fuck tobacco, bro.
Yeah, fuck tobacco. We're trying to live long.
Yeah.
We're trying to live long.
Love weed. Hate tobacco.
All right, I might start getting you to drink a little bit, all right? Just got a few more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mom or grandma?
Like, who do I like the most?
Mom or grandma, man?
Mom, bro.
Damn, you're not okay?
Nah, I'm not gonna drink to that one.
Okay. Really not gonna drink, huh?
I love my grandma, but my mom is, me and my mom are like this, dog.
Shouts to your mom, man. Shouts to your mom.
You know my mom. My mom's fucking
she's super dope.
She's a G, man.
Yeah.
Man, strongest lady I know, man.
Yeah, she is, man.
Man, her story, you want someone on your pod, that's the story right there.
I might have to. We might have to make that a thing, man. We might have to get her on one of these sessions, bro, for real.
Sons of Maria, man.
Sons of Maria. Both our mothers have the same name.
Yep.
And as well as
Mikey,
Frank, and I believe Fish.
Fuck. We need to start a little band.
Yeah, Sons of Maria, man. We got it. Yeah. We got it all, man. We got two DJs, we got rappers, and we got our manager right here. All right, Lucci or Marcelo?
Damn, I gotta drink to that one.
Let's get it, man. I've been waiting for this.
You got me with one question.
There you go. Oh, hopefully I can get you with these other two. But I know I probably won't. You know, we'll keep it light, man. I don't want to get you too. We still got to go. We're gonna go gamble tonight.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Dollar blackjack tables at the Grand.
Yes, sir. That's where we'll be tonight. Cheers to that, brother. God damn, that shit is smooth, bro.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, let's keep it rocking. Italian food or Mexican food?
Ooh, damn. I'm gonna go with Mexican food.
Wow.
Yeah, I love Italian food. You know that.
I know, but yeah, it's all you cook. I feel like
it is all I cook.
Yeah,
but I gotta go with La Raza.
Okay, for sure. I love Mexican food too, man. Mm-hmm. For me, I might have to drink to that. Yeah.
I'll take it with you.
Yeah, I might have to drink to that, bro.
Let's drink to that.
Because to be real, like me and Becky just had some really good Italian food in San Diego for our anniversary.
Yeah.
And, from the pizza to the pasta to the steak.
I will say this. If I were to pick a food to cook, it would be Italian food.
Yeah, because I mean that's all you cook right now.
Yeah, that's all I cook right now. My girl's Italian. My kid is Italian. You know, the boy on the way.
I mean, you look Italian, kinda.
My name is Italian.
Yeah,
I think I was Italian in a past life.
it makes sense.
My pasta game is nice.
It really. I haven't had it yet. But actually, I have. I have had it, but I think it was just like a meat pasta. I don't think it was one of your your super
dishes?
one of your top, because I think we came over for a football game. I think you just put something together, which is fire.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's all from scratch.
Yeah.
Goose don't he makes everything. Sauce, everything is from scratch.
Yep.
So it was still fire. But I want to try your chicken. I'm a chicken Alfredo type of dude.
Oh, okay.
And I don't even know if that's a purist
No,
of Italian food, but
it's not. But
or your carbonara, I could try that too. That's one of my favorite
so the
dishes.
one that I've been making lately, that Nina's been requesting, is my spicy rigatoni, like the shit that Carbone makes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I made like my own kind. And it's fire, bro.
Bro, when you got an Italian woman
Yeah.
requesting your cooking and you're Mexican to cook.
Yeah, that's
Italian,
big, man.
Matter of fact, you know what? The Italian restaurant we went to, which is called Ulivo in the Sunset Cliffs Boulevard in San Diego, all the chefs are Mexican.
Dope.
And it's so good, bro.
I mean, low key, every restaurant you go to, it's
It should be Mexicans, man.
usually.
Should be cooking, man.
I mean, in Miami, it was me and Becky, so
that's true. Yeah,
shouts out to my sous chef,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Becky.
Y'all was killing it, man. Y'all was killing it.
That was fun, man.
It was, man. We gotta do it again.
We had a good time.
We gotta do it again, man.
Hell
We
yeah.
actually was talking about doing a big trip to New Orleans.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, we all gotta go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Get a big mansion and just fucking
I'm down
same
to
shit,
I'm
cook
down
and
to
then
cook
walk
again.
to the fucking whatever the district is.
Yep, I'm down.
All right. Last one. Korean barbecue or Midwest American barbecue?
Damn.
Both are fucking good.
That's a tough one, too.
If made correctly, both are great.
Yeah, if made correctly, both are great. I'm gonna go with Korean barbecue, though.
Okay.
Only because I really like the dynamic of it, where like you're cooking it in front of you, and like
Comes with all the side dishes.
yeah, it comes with all the side dishes. It's like you can kind of constantly bring new shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go with that. I would go Korean barbecue. I love like Midwestern barbecue and all that, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more on the Asian side of things than
True.
than the American side of
Yeah,
things.
because like your half siblings are Filipino.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
my
mean, you're
half
pretty
brother.
much Filipino. When you come to the
Yeah.
house, you're always blessing my.
Yeah, no,
you know.
and I love Filipino food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they fuck with that, man. Like
Yeah.
I know for sure. Like when you bless my dad, I know for sure he's like, yeah, this is my fucking guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm his son, dog.
Yeah, straight up, man.
He definitely feels
Even
like
though he never says your name correctly or
Goose.
spells it right, he spells it Guzz.
Goose.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. My man's is crazy. Yo, let's talk about let's go into what you got coming up, man, or what you're working on, because Block 16, he's rocking the hat. I got the hat here. It's something that's been going on for a minute, but I think now is the time that it's really gonna flourish.
Yeah.
Let's tell the people what Block 16 is, man, so they can understand what it is.
Yeah, so Block 16 is a brand me and my boy Marcus are working on.
Shouts to Mook.
Yeah, shouts to Mook, big part of Block 16.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much based off of Vegas history.
Yeah.
Before Vegas was coined Las Vegas, it was just a bunch of blocks out here. And one of the main notorious blocks was Block 16.
Right.
That's where the red light district was and operated. A lot of Vegas's vices was born there.
That still go on today.
That still go on today. That's where the Sin City moniker was born.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just took that name and kind of ran with it and made this logo. It's a B and a 16 fused together. Shouts out to my boy Miles.
Shouts to Miles, man.
For pretty much making that logo the way it is.
It's beautiful. I love it, man.
Yeah, it's a strong logo. It was created on a napkin, and he just took whatever I put on a napkin and made that. So, so for I think my plans, me and Mook's plans for Block 16 is to, you know, make this not just a brand with like apparel and shit like that, but we want to get into like, you know, throwing events, getting into the community and doing just different shit. You know, throwing block parties. We got an event with you guys coming up. Yeah. August 26th.
Yes, please come.
Please come and pack that bitch because we need to.
Yeah, we need to, baby.
We need to, and it's gonna be a good time. Yeah. So, yeah, I think after Zappos, my life now is just like kind of building something for myself.
Yeah.
And working for myself. So Block 16 like gives me that platform.
Yeah.
And I'm able to create things that I like to do.
Yeah. I actually I know we've talked about doing something together for so long, and I do have a venture that I think we could probably tap into. We'll talk about it later on. You know what I mean? But I just want to, same as you, I want to try to do stuff that keeps me away from signing a contract to where I am an employee.
Yeah.
I want to be a boss myself.
Yeah.
And, you know, the great thing about America is you can become your own person. You can be a businessman. You can make your own way. So I think now that you've had a taste of making it your own way a little bit,
yeah,
I think this is the time where it's going to grow. And I think if we can combine our fucking powers, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think this is the time for myself to grow this and be on my own.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, not to knock anyone that has a 9-to-5 or is striving to get that, but I just feel like I'm ready to be my own boss and run the show on my own, you know.
You definitely got the experience.
Yeah, definitely got the experience, definitely got like the vision and ideas for stuff.
Yeah.
But like anything, it's all about, you know, execution and consistency.
Yeah. And it's crazy because you know, we got the show that you pretty much are throwing for us.
Yep.
August 26th. You can get the tickets at familymartpod.com. It's crazy how that came about because we were in Miami.
Yep.
I think we were smoking out in the balcony and drinking. And we were just talking. Like, I think I was like, man, it's crazy how the podcast has, you know, grown. Imagine if I was still making music and these people, you know, and you're like, dude, I'm telling you, bro, you should have kept going, blah, blah, blah. And then you were like, we could do a show, man, like one night only, do the show. And I told you I'll only do it if we make it like a podcast thing, a Family Mart event.
Yeah.
Because we've been trying to do something like that.
Yeah.
And I was so against coming back into the music because I don't have the passion to create. And it just takes so much time. I'd rather do other things, right? However, I'm so fucking excited to perform and give people, you know, old listeners and new listeners, like.
I don't think I told you this, but I'll say it now because it's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
When you quit music, when you stopped doing music, I don't want to say quit because that's such a bad word.
Right.
But when you stopped doing music, I legit like. That legit made me sad. I was so sad and like cried and like all that. I felt like
damn.
Yeah, I felt like it was just like such a big part of our lives. Like
it is.
I was always there with you at the studio and coming up with ideas with stuff, songs, even lyrics sometimes.
Yeah.
So it was like when you cut that, it was like it was a sad time, you know. So now that we have this on the books and that.
Yeah,
I know that you're coming back on stage. Like I'm hella excited to see that.
Yeah,
and I'm ready because
I can't wait to give people what we've been doing for so long.
Man.
I can't wait to give it back to them, man.
Man,
and I just want to say this. I think I was talking about that because I've done plenty of shows. We've done so many shows. We've done festivals. We've traveled the country doing shows. But every time I did a show with you, this will be the third one. But every time I've done the show, when you've thrown it, when you and Marcus have put it together and you guys are behind the wheel, it's been the best experience. I've been able to really do the set how I wanted to do it. And it was the only time I felt like a true artist on stage.
That's fire.
Instead of being the opener, instead of being, you got 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Instead of being limited, I was able to just do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to give you guys, 7 years of silence will be broken on August 26th.
No, that's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like it's a good thing you touched on that because Mook and I, the way we operate Block 16 and when we do events, that is a big component of how we pitch the show to artists. We're like, we want you to focus on just like the artist part of the show. Yeah. Your rehearsals, like get your set right. 100%. Get comfortable with like how you deliver shit. And just let us worry about the rest. I enjoy doing that other stuff that other people don't really like, which is like calling the venue, dealing with all that shit. Like I enjoy that stuff.
It's funny because at one point, a long time ago, do you remember I hired you as my manager?
Yeah, I do.
And I just think it was so early in the game. I don't think neither of us really understood the concept of what that was. And I remember after I gave you like your first check, I was like, yo, I think you should just be behind the scenes with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember that.
Like I fired you low key.
Yeah, no way you let me go.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really doing shit. I was kind of just around.
Yeah, it was so new to us though. Like,
I didn't really grasp the idea of what I should be doing.
Yeah.
And
but you're killing it now. Like you would be the perfect artist manager.
Yeah, back then, yeah. No, for sure. Hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like now I just developed that skill of like, because man, I mean there was a time, and Bob Fish will vouch for this. Like there was a time where people thought I was a fucking mute. Like I didn't talk at all.
Yeah, 100%. Man.
I didn't talk one bit at a function or nothing. I was just chilling, observing,
soaking it all in,
and I just did not speak. It was weird.
Yeah.
And now that's just like it's a second nature to me.
It's like I flipped it because now when I go to functions, I'm the one.
Yeah, you're the quiet
in
one
the corner,
and I'm the one that talks to everybody.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah. So you would be a great artist manager, bro. Like if this shit pops off and just for whatever fucking reason, like we're able to like make this a tour, like I'd be like, yo, this dude got to be the tour manager.
Oh man, it's
like
easy money.
Yeah, like this dude has to do everything.
Yeah.
Like I trust everything he does.
Yeah.
All I got to do is tell him like, yo, is this possible? 5 seconds later, yes or no.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
That's it.
And then come up with different ideas of how we could execute something, right?
Yeah.
So
fire,
for sure. Man. I can't wait, dude. I know we keep talking about it like within ourselves, but I can't say it enough, man. Like I loved writing music. I loved performing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to show people, especially the new listeners, what that meant to me. And you'll be able to see it on stage.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see it on stage.
And I just want to paint a little bit of a picture of our first show when we did this at the Bunkhouse downtown Las Vegas. So when we first did a show with Marion, it was with a band, and we had a poet open up. I don't know if you remember Danny Boom.
I do remember her.
Shouts out Danny Boom, man. She's an amazing artist. We had that place packed. There was like at least 400 people there.
Yeah, it's almost capacity.
Yeah,
for
almost
sure.
at capacity.
Maybe it was.
I think we did hit it because some of them people were spilling outside.
Yeah,
and some people couldn't even get in. But the fact that we were able to pack that place on a secret show, because it was a secret show. We did 2 weeks of promo, all text, like no social.
Yeah, except for the day of.
Except for the day before and the day of.
Yeah,
that's the only time we actually posted anything. And we packed that place, but that's not the biggest part of it. To me, the biggest part of it was when we started the show with Danny Boom and how quiet we got that venue with all those people there.
Yeah,
you could hear a pin drop.
I remember that.
And she started off the show with like a spoken word.
Yeah.
And
which she's great at. That was her shit.
That was her shit. That was like, no shows were doing that back then.
Not like that.
Not like that.
Yeah.
And especially you didn't have that respect of like everybody being quiet like that.
Right.
So the fact that we were able to pull that off and it was a magical night, man. It felt like all of Vegas was just in that bitch.
Yeah. And
I think that's what August 26th is about to feel like.
Yeah. So get your tickets, man, because like we got people from all over the country coming.
Yeah.
And some people from outside of the country that are coming in.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for that. And besides the rap thing, if you're new to this show, I'm also part of another podcast called the Family Mart Podcast. And that's the whole reason we're actually really doing the show is to get face to face with our fans.
Yeah.
and our listeners and our group, our community, right? I really don't like calling them fans. I like to call them our community.
Yeah.
Because we're all in it together. Like we communicate with these listeners all the time.
That's the tribe.
The tribe.
Sure. Yeah.
So I can't wait to finally meet most of these guys and girls, and then just show them the talent. But I want to be able to like share a drink. I want to be able to have conversation, even small conversation, something.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're, you know, like we get them all the time in the comments. You know, thanks for doing what you guys do. I've been having a tough time, but this podcast is getting me through it.
Fire.
You know, and I want to thank you. Like I want to thank you for
personally,
being
like person,
for being a listener. Even though you just thanked me, I want to thank you because without you, we wouldn't be doing this. Like this whole setup is because of the podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
no, you got what you guys are doing is dope, man. It's dope to witness my friends grow something like this.
Yeah,
because it's like, because really, and I'll be frank, like you guys ain't doing anything like crazy. You know, you guys are just talking. You guys are just talking shit and like living your lives, which is fire. You know.
Yeah.
And you guys are just inviting other people to see that.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people like us, man.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a lot of people.
There's more
like
people
us.
that like you guys than you think.
Right.
And I just think like you guys built this community in a way where it's genuine.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you for those words because it feels good to like hear that. Because to me, I still feel like it's not my podcast. You know, even though I'm 1/3 owner of it.
Yeah.
But it to me, it's still Jay and Chris's podcast.
For sure.
Because they started it.
They started it, yeah.
You know, I'm just here to really ride for them. And I really want them to succeed. Because I don't want them, you know, I don't want them to work for anyone either. Ever in their lives.
Yeah. I don't want any of my people to work for anyone.
Like I'd work for them.
Unless they want to.
You know, I'd work for you. I'd work for them.
Yeah.
But I ain't working for, you know, some random.
Yeah. Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
Man, what a great show so far, man. For first episode, like I'm so glad that you were down to do this. I know you've been trying to get on our podcast, but I feel like this was a better platform.
This is a good segue to that if that happens.
If it ever happens, because I think then people might see a more funnier side of you.
For sure.
Because that podcast is, you know,
that's fun.
What is it called? We're degenerates.
Oh yeah.
We're degenerates for sure.
Yeah. No, this is definitely on a little more serious tip.
Yeah. Let's get into some questions. You know, before we go, off the top. Okay, so you really no time to think. That's why I don't give you these questions ahead of time.
Yeah, I don't know none of these.
So off the top, 3 people you'll have dinner with, dead or alive.
3 people
that you'd like to have dinner with, dead or alive.
Damn.
Anybody in the world.
This one's always tough.
Yeah. Off the top, don't think about it. Just go with your first instinct.
Damn, first instinct would just be like Dr. Ramanelli is one of them because I just really fuck with that guy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit about me. I like. I'm starting to get into like sewing and like design and you know pattern making and shit like that. And Dr. Ramanelli is like the god of that.
Yeah.
Like the dude can take anything and make anything. So
100%.
So I just wanted it'd be cool to have dinner with him. Who else? Damn, this is always a tough one, man.
It is, man.
It really is.
It is, because it could change at any moment in time of your life. But whatever you're feeling now, you know?
Yeah, I would say Dr. Ramanelli. I'll throw who else do I really look up to? You know what? I want to throw Muhammad Ali in there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
Because of just like what he's went through and like obviously he's passed, but like yeah, it'd be cool to hear his stories and like just, you know, how he came up and
his
like
activism.
His activism and stuff that he went through with like, you know, stuff that he did.
And just being the greatest at what he does.
Yeah. Just like an overall just like character.
Yeah. That's dope. Dr. Ramanelli and Muhammad Ali.
And
I would have never thought of those two. Yeah.
Mad random. And then I'm going to throw a girl in there just because, you know, we got 2 dudes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with okay, this is a weird one, and I don't think anybody's going to know her. Anais Nin, her name.
I don't know who that is.
She's a writer.
Okay.
So one of my favorite writers, his name is Henry Miller.
Okay.
This was his like girlfriend back in the day, and they would like write love letters back and forth.
Okay.
And she's just a really dope ass writer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's dope.
So I'll just throw them 3 in there.
That's really fucking dope.
Yeah, Anais Nin.
Yeah. You know who else is like a really dope writer that I actually got a chance to read her letters when I researched it was Frida Kahlo.
Yeah, Frida's dope.
She writes really dope letters. That's actually really good to have those 3. Like you have someone who's as creative as Dr. Ramanelli. You have someone who's headstrong and powerful like Muhammad Ali. And then you got Anais, who is a great writer who can essentially probably change the world or how people think with her words.
Yeah. That's why I pick off top. Like
I'd have to like be a server.
Yeah.
Or turn that to a podcast,
For
right?
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, top 3 movies of all time.
Top 3 movies of all time. City of God.
Ooh, that's
one
a
of
good
them.
one. That's a good one.
City of God. Training Day. Denzel.
Fire.
And then Sandlot.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Exactly. Sandlot.
Yeah. Fire. I seen that shit at Hobby Lobby. I was like, I gotta get that shit. It's fucking Sandlot.
No, Sandlot's fucking classic, bro.
That's one of my favorite
like
movies
Benny
too.
the Jet, dude. I always wanted to be that dude, man.
Right. Yeah.
Man.
Same.
Man. That was a good movie.
Yeah. Great. And those are good. So we had City of God.
And you know
Sandlot.
City of God.
City of God is a great movie.
That's a crazy movie.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that shit, you need to go watch it.
Yeah, there's like a little kid in there that like murders somebody.
Yeah,
like,
watch that shit.
Wild.
It's a
dog.
great movie.
Yeah, great movie.
And what was the other one? Yeah, City of God,
City of God,
Sandlot,
Training Day.
Training Day.
Training Day I really like, not only because of Denzel, but because the car that he drives in there.
Yeah, that's a dope ass car.
Fire ass car. I really want like a old school classic eventually in my life.
Yeah.
I know everybody's like, shouts out to Wiz for getting the Teslas of the world, but I want the old schools. Like that's what I want.
Yeah, my girl's into old school cars too.
Yeah, like a little Cadillac, Impala or Monte Carlo. Like, man.
Yeah, if once I strike rich, that's gonna be one of you guys' gifts, bro.
Oh man,
I'm gonna pull up with one,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be crazy.
All right, this is actually from, I pulled it from the Discord, the FMP Discord. It's from Shaq. This is his name. It's not actual Shaq, but he is Shaq.
All right.
What is a specific feeling that happens often that you absolutely love?
Specific feeling
that you get, that you love. When it happens to you, you love it. You don't want it to leave.
I'm gonna just throw this out there because it's off the top, but when I win in chess.
Fire.
Yeah. When I win in chess, that feeling is up there.
And Goose is really good at chess, guys.
I fuck with chess. I play with chess. I play chess every day.
Yeah.
At least 5 games a day.
What do you use? Chess.com?
Chess.com.
What's your tag so people could?
Goose Nunez. I accept all challengers.
So GOOSENUNEZ.
NUNEZ.
Goose Nunez. I need to get back into chess, but every time I play Goose, he knows he's gonna beat me in about 7 to 10 moves.
Nah, man. The feeling of, what's wild, and I'll explain like why I like this feeling of winning in chess. Because I used to play chess, and shouts out to Mook again because he's the one that introduced me to this game and taught me everything I know. So back in the day, I used to get whooped by this dude.
Yeah,
like,
I remember
all the time.
We used to play
and
every night.
I used to get so mad, like, and I wouldn't show it, but I would, in my head, I'm like, fuck, like I hate losing.
Yeah.
Now I played so much now to the point that it's like numb. Like I don't have feelings when I play. I just play.
Yeah.
But until I win, and then that's when I feel like, all right, cool. Like that feeling, like I overcame a battle. Like war is like chess is war. Like that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
So that feeling after you win a war is like fire.
Damn, that's a crazy concept to put it, but it's dope though.
Yeah.
It's really dope. I wish I could play more, but I guess if I take a shit more, I could probably play, right? Yeah. That's fire though. What does a perfect day look like for you?
A perfect day for me includes time with family, friends, some type of like activity, playing ball, or like doing riding bikes.
Something good for your body.
Something for your body,
Yeah.
something working out, you know. Going to eat good food. Going into like see an art gallery or like a show or something.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Love to smoke.
Yeah. Weed, that is, not tobacco.
Weed, not tobacco. Yeah, and just hanging out with my friends and having fun, and yeah, that's it. I'm pretty simple, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, you are a simple dude, but
simple
also
dude.
complex
Yeah.
and logical
Yep.
and definitely a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I know I've kind of been in the forefront whenever we do things because of the music thing, but you by my side has really helped me overcome a lot of the fears I get when I do these things.
That's right.
I never had to do them alone.
Yeah.
You know, and even when you couldn't make it, I'm still like, I gotta do this shit right, because otherwise, you know, I can't let my man Goose look crazy out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah, I appreciate that. Man.
yeah. All right, man. Before I let you go, bro, I just want to find out, you know, if you could, you know, whoever you think would be on this show that you'd like to see on this show.
Yeah.
But you gotta help me get them on.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Who's that?
I got you. Who would I get you?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get Mook on here for sure.
I've been trying,
But
man.
That'll be an easy one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got you with that
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
But if I were to get you somebody,
That's not Mook.
That's
'Cause
not
I
Mook.
could go and I'll drag his ass in here.
yeah. Who would I pick? I don't know. It's a good question.
Good question.
It's a good
I
question.
have to drink to it.
Yeah, I might have to drink to that one.
Let's drink to it then.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
drink to it. We definitely got to get Mook in. I know I've talked to him and he's like, he feels he's not good enough or he doesn't have the
He's got shit to
stories.
say. It's like, bro, you got stories for days. You have more stories than I do.
Like this dude, man, we could talk about so many things. And
many
and
things.
he's improved so much in the last several years.
Like if Jack of all trades was a definition, it'd be Marcus Harris.
100%. 100. He'd do anything. So help me get Mook on the show.
That's easy money.
And then, yeah.
Now, you know who I want to see you
Who?
interview?
You got to help me get him on, though.
I want to see you interview my man's Bob Fish, man.
Say less.
It's a Bob Fish,
Say
man,
less.
out there in Portland.
You got to help me get him. If you got to go out to Portland and do his job for a day
Oh, easy.
so he can come out here, because I talked to him and he's down.
Yeah.
But we got to
He's
get him out
busy.
here.
Yeah.
He's really busy. So whatever we got to do. If we
Yeah.
got to go, if we got to fly to Portland and do the show,
Bruh.
but I really need to get my man here.
Yes.
And
No,
for the-
he's a big inspiration to us because of what he's doing out there in Portland.
This is who I'm talking about, Bob Fish. And the real name is David.
Yep.
He owns Jackie's. He owns Two Wrongs. And he owns Sugar Hill.
Sugar Hill. Yep.
3 of the best bars, food and beverage restaurants in Portland. If you guys are in the area, you guys need to go check it out.
Yeah, literally the best. When we were out
The
there
best.
in Portland, I
Yes.
know you remember this story when we were in an Uber. We didn't tell this guy anything about any of these bars. And
tell
we were
him.
like, yo, you know, what's the best bars out here? Where's it popping?
Yeah.
Jackie's, Two Wrongs. It's like
He named them
he
both.
named them both right away.
And then our one Uber who took us to Jackie's
Yeah.
actually
Parked.
turned off his fucking shit, parked,
Yeah.
and hopped in the club with us.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
It was that popping that he wanted
Yeah.
to stop his job and get in there.
yeah. So Fish, David, if you're listening to this, come down to Vegas.
Yeah. Or we'll go out
Or
to
we'll
y'all.
come out to you. We'll figure this shit out, but you're coming.
You're coming, man.
All right. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to Talking About Practice. Again, it's a sports show that's not just a sports show, but where we sit
fire.
down and have conversations with compelling people. We didn't even get to talk about the Chiefs.
We didn't.
We didn't get to talk about the Chiefs,
Well, you
but
could throw it in there if you want.
We'll save it for next time.
We'll save it for
Let's say because I'm trying to gamble. I'm feeling kind of juicy right now. I'm trying to gamble.
Do it.
But shout out to the Chiefs. They won their second Super Bowl.
Yeah,
or
about to
their
go back to
third,
back.
but second in the modern football era.
And we're about to go back to back.
I don't know about all that. So you got a young receiver crew. You just lost one of your best left tackles and paying extra for the dude from the Jags.
You sound scared.
I ain't scared of shit, bro. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. We love you,
man.
I don't even know how to close the show. This is the first episode. But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but no, this is dope, man. Like,
yeah,
keep going with this shit.
Appreciate it, and I need to have you here more. So,
yeah, man.
This was fun. All right, guys, peace. We love you guys. See you next time.